the Legal Network is unique because we are doing cutting-edge legal research on what are very often controversial issues. And we make sure, as best we can, that when we're talking about dealing with what are complex and controversial legal issues, the human rights of people living with HIV and the human rights of various communities affected by HIV are front and center, that they are part of that discussion.
I'm 32 years old. I've been living with HIV since I was 20. So it's been a good decade or so. Being someone who lives with HIV, I think that knowing that there are this group of lawyers that care and can intervene, all this legal information is meant to be a tool to be used to help advocate for the rights of people living with HIV.
I think oftentimes, because we work with marginalized communities, prisoners, people who use drugs, sex workers, people living with HIV, newcomer communities, people misunderstand and respond based on stereotypes, on ideology. They don't have evidence to back up the way they feel, but they feel that we should marginalize these people because they're different, they're other. I think the really important part of the work we do is we do the research to prove that no, these people are entitled to human rights. And so we do that research. We look at the social science evidence, the public health evidence. We look at the legal research and the human rights evidence for why these people are entitled to human rights. And I think we were able to convey that in a language that people understand, I hope.
The Legal Network is an incredibly important partner for organizations like Black Cap. We really need someone to translate the law for us, right? We're all social workers. We're all community workers. We don't speak that language, and an organization like the Legal Network is really kind of important to us because they distill, whether it's a new ruling around non-disclosure, whether it's new laws or rules in relation to harm reduction, sex work, immigration. The Legal Network plays an important role in kind of helping us kind of understand, and of course we look to organizations like the Legal Network to advocate on these issues on our behalf.
First of all, I think this organization is really unique. It's providing legal services, a very technical legal expertise to vulnerable populations, those who live with HIV or vulnerable to HIV, and it doesn't consider borders as limitations. So this organization serves for the cause, which is really global. HIV is a global cause. So the Canadian HIV/AIDS Legal Network does not confine itself with the Canadian borders, which is absolutely the right way to proceed. Because after all, HIV doesn't know borders, same as this organization. So it works for the world, it works for the globe.
I think that a number of the issues that are at the core of what matters for people living with this disease or at risk of infection from this disease are core legal concepts that transcend national boundaries or legal systems. All of the same issues that are issues here are issues in most other countries grappling with this illness. So it really provides for a great exchange in that sense, and that's pretty unique. I mean, there really is a quality to the work that shines through, and then that work is made accessible very broadly.
Over the last 20 years, we've worked with grassroots, non-governmental organizations in virtually every region of the world, helping them understand the legal issues that are coming up for them in their context, equipping them with research that is useful for them in their human rights advocacy, steering them to other sources of information. We provide technical support if they are trying to get legislative reform through in their jurisdiction to better protect and promote the rights of people. We go to the UN, to human rights bodies at the UN, to the General Assembly, where we are a principled, high-profile voice for the human rights of people living with HIV and all of the communities that are affected by it. So we're very proud to be a Canadian organization, and I think we've made tremendous contributions to the response to HIV in Canada. But we also have a global responsibility, and I think we have global reach in the work that we do, and I think that's something that we really ought to celebrate and keep building on.